That hot room in your house? The one that never cools down no matter what you do? Tonight, you are going to fix it for free. And it starts with something already sitting on your ceiling. Here is what nobody ever told you. Every house has that one room. The bedroom at the end of the hallway, the home office above the garage, the back bedroom where your grandchildren sleep when they visit, the one you have been quietly apologizing for every single summer for years. You have probably assumed it is just the way that room is. Bad position, wrong side of the house, too much afternoon sun. Nothing you can really do about it short of spending a fortune on a contractor. But that is not true. There is a very specific, very explainable reason why that room is hot. And it has nothing to do with bad luck. It has to do with something happening inside your walls and your ductwork that nobody has ever properly explained to you. And once you understand it, the solution becomes almost obvious. Your air conditioner works by sending cool air on a long journey through a network of ducts, tunnels built inside your walls and ceilings to reach every room in the house. Think of it like a road system. The air starts at the air handler, travels through the main trunk line, and then branches off into smaller routes leading to each individual room. Now think about what happens on a long road with many turns and many miles. The further you travel from the starting point, the more energy you lose. Every bend in the duct, every length of pipe, every connection joint, each one creates friction. Each one slows the airflow down a little more. By the time the cool air finally reaches the bedroom at the far end of the house, or the room sitting above the garage, it has lost so much pressure and speed that what comes out of the vent is often little more than a weak, barely noticeable trickle. Meanwhile, the rooms right next to the air handler, the small hallway, the bathroom near the utility closet, the room closest to the unit, are receiving far more cool air than they will ever need. That air is being wasted. And while it is being wasted in rooms that are already comfortable, the room you are worried about is sitting there warm and miserable, getting whatever is left over. And here is a statistic that genuinely stopped me when I first came across it. The Department of Energy has found that in a typical American home, 20 to 30% of the air moving through the duct system is lost before it ever reaches the rooms. It leaks out through gaps and cracks in the ducts into wall cavities, attic spaces, crawl spaces, spaces nobody lives in, spaces you are paying to cool that no human being will ever sit in. 1 in 4 cubic feet of air that your air conditioner produces never reaches you. That is the real reason the hot room is hot. The cool air is losing the race to get there. And while it is losing that race, the room is absorbing heat from the afternoon sun through the windows. Heat rising up from the garage below. Heat radiating down from the attic above. And nothing strong enough is arriving to fight back. Now, before we get to the fix, I need to tell you about the most common mistake homeowners make the moment they discover this problem. Because I see this constantly. And it makes things significantly worse, not better. When people realize a room is not getting enough cool air, the first instinct is to close the vents in other rooms. The thinking makes complete sense on the surface. If I close the vents in rooms that are already comfortable, more air will travel to the room that needs it. But that is not what happens. When you close vents, you raise the pressure inside the entire duct system. Your blower motor strains against that extra pressure. The system works harder and actually delivers less air to every room, including the one you are trying to help. And if you close too many vents by too much, the evaporator coil inside your air conditioner can freeze solid, literally. Ice forms right on the coil. And when that happens, your air conditioner stops cooling entirely until the ice melts and thaws out completely. The people who close every vent in the house thinking they are solving the problem are the same people calling an HVAC technician a week later, wondering why their system stopped working. Please do not close your vents. There is a far better way, and it starts with something already installed in your home that you have probably never thought twice about. Your ceiling fan. Go and stand under your ceiling fan right now, or picture it clearly in your mind. Look up at the blades while the fan is running. Which direction are they spinning? If they are spinning clockwise when you look up at them, your fan is set up for winter. It is pushing air upward toward the ceiling. It is doing almost nothing to cool the people standing in the room below it. And it may have been set that way for months or even years without you ever realizing it. For summer, your ceiling fan must spin counterclockwise when you look up at it. That direction pushes air straight down toward the people in the room, creating what is called the wind chill effect. The same reason a gentle breeze on a warm afternoon makes you feel noticeably cooler, even when the temperature outside has not dropped at all. Moving air carries heat away from your skin faster than still air does. Your body feels the difference immediately. Now, how do you change it? There is a small switch on the motor housing of your ceiling fan. It sits on the side of the round motor casing in the center, the part the blades attach to. It is a tiny toggle switch or a small slide switch. Most people have never noticed it in their entire lives. Turn the fan off completely. Wait for the blades to stop moving. Then flip that switch to the other position. Turn the fan back on. The blades will now spin in the opposite direction. That is it. Free. Done in under a minute. No tools, no phone calls, no service charge. And if your fan has been spinning the wrong way all summer, you are going to feel a noticeable difference the moment you stand underneath it. Now here is something that surprises almost everyone when they first hear it. And I want you to really sit with this for a moment, because it changes everything about how you use a ceiling fan. A ceiling fan does not lower the temperature of a room, not by a single degree, not even a fraction of a degree. A thermometer on the wall will read exactly the same number whether the ceiling fan is running at full speed or completely turned off. What the fan does, the only thing the fan does, is make the people in the room feel cooler. The moving air accelerates the evaporation of moisture from your skin. It carries heat away from your body faster than still air can. Your brain registers that sensation as feeling cooler, even though the air around you is the exact same temperature it was a moment ago. This is the wind chill effect. It is very real, but it only works on people, not on furniture, not on walls, not on empty rooms. Which means this: if you leave a ceiling fan running in a room that nobody is sitting in, you are accomplishing nothing except running up your electricity bill. The motor is running, the electricity meter is turning, and there is not a single person there to feel any benefit from it at all. Turn your ceiling fans off every single time you leave the room. Every time. This one habit alone, completely free, no tools required, no purchases necessary, can make a meaningful and measurable difference on your monthly electricity bill over the course of a long, hot summer. Now here is where the ceiling fan becomes a genuinely powerful money-saving tool. And this comes directly from the United States Department of Energy, not from a blog, not from a company trying to sell you something. When you use a ceiling fan correctly, spinning counterclockwise in summer, creating that wind chill effect for the people in the room, you can raise your thermostat setting by 4 degrees Fahrenheit without feeling any less comfortable. You will feel exactly as cool as before, but your air conditioner will be working significantly less hard to maintain a higher target temperature. The Department of Energy has found that raising your thermostat by 7 to 10 degrees for 8 hours a day, at night while you sleep with the ceiling fan running, can reduce your cooling costs by up to 50%. 50% on your cooling bill every month, all summer. Some researchers have broken it down even further. Each 2-degree increase in your thermostat setting saves between 5 and 7% on your cooling bill. Raise it 4 degrees and you are potentially looking at 10 to 14% in savings every month, all summer long, just by using a fan you already own, but finally using it correctly. And here is something even more interesting that almost nobody mentions. If every homeowner in the United States used ceiling fans correctly and raised their thermostat just 4 degrees during warmer weather, the energy savings nationwide would run into the billions of dollars every single year. The technology is already installed in most American homes. It is just being used wrong. Now, if you are finding this genuinely useful, if you are looking at your own home differently and thinking about what this could mean for your comfort and your electricity bill this summer, go ahead and hit that like button right now. It takes 1 second and it genuinely helps this video reach more people who need to hear this. And if you want to keep getting honest, practical information about your home, subscribe. New videos every single week. Alright, let me tell you about the $12 fix for when the ceiling fan alone is not quite enough. It is called a register booster fan, and here is exactly what it is. It is a small, flat, very quiet fan that sits directly on top of your existing floor or wall vent, the register, in the problem room. It plugs into a standard outlet nearby, and it actively pulls the conditioned air already traveling through your duct and pushes more of it out into the room where you need it. Remember the problem. The cool air is losing pressure on its long journey through the ducts. By the time it reaches the far bedroom or the room above the garage, it is barely trickling out of the vent. The register booster fan addresses this at the very last step. It does not fix the duct. It does not change anything about your main system. It simply sits at the vent and pulls more of whatever cool air does arrive right out into the room. The best models have a built-in sensor that detects when your HVAC system is running and turns the booster fan on automatically. When your air conditioner shuts off, the booster fan shuts off with it. You set it up once and never think about it again. It runs quietly in the background every time the system operates. Real homeowners using these in rooms above garages and bedrooms at the far ends of long duct runs have reported temperature drops of 2 to 4 degrees. For a room running 6 or 8 degrees too warm, that alone will not solve everything. But combined with the ceiling fan trick, the fan making you feel 4 degrees cooler on top of the actual 2 to 4 degree temperature drop from the booster, you are looking at a combined effect that makes a very real and very noticeable difference in daily comfort. When you go to buy one, look for a model that operates quietly. The best ones run at around 30 decibels at full speed, softer than a whispered conversation across the room. You should barely know it is there. Look for one with a built-in thermostat or automatic sensor so it only runs when the system is actually on. And make sure the power cord is long enough to reach the nearest outlet comfortably without an extension cord running across the floor. They cost between $12 and $40 depending on the features. For most people, a mid-range model around $20 is the right balance of performance and value. Now there is one more thing I want to talk about that almost nobody brings up. And for people who sleep with their bedroom door closed at night, which is most of us, this may be the single most important thing in this entire video. It is called return air, and it is the hidden half of your cooling system. Here is what is happening in most bedrooms at night. The supply vent brings cool air into the room, but the return vent, the vent that pulls air back to the system to be cooled again, is almost always out in the hallway, not in the bedroom itself. When your bedroom door is open, air can flow freely from the room back to the hallway return. The loop works. Cool air comes in. Warm air leaves. The system circulates properly. But when you close the bedroom door at night, that return path is cut off. Cool air keeps trying to come in through the supply vent, but it has nowhere to go. Pressure builds up in the room. The system senses resistance and slows down. New cool air essentially stops flowing in. The room gets warmer and stuffier as the night goes on, and you wake up uncomfortable, wondering why the air conditioner ran all night and the room still feels warm. Research from Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory found that closing bedroom doors in homes without dedicated return vents in those rooms can raise the room temperature by 2 to 5 degrees over the course of a night. 2 to 5 degrees. Just from closing the door, the fix costs almost nothing. You can have the bottom of your bedroom door trimmed to leave about a 1-inch gap above the floor. That gap gives the air a return path even when the door is completely closed. It makes a surprisingly significant difference, and most people notice it the very first night. The other option is called a transfer grill. It is a small louvered vent installed in the wall above the bedroom door, connecting the bedroom to the hallway. Air circulates back to the main return without the door ever needing to be open. Transfer grills cost between $15 and $30 and take about an hour to install. They are one of the most underrated and least discussed solutions in home comfort. And they work beautifully. Let me give you 3 more quick things to check. Things that almost nobody mentions, but that can make a genuine difference. Your air filter first. A clogged, dirty filter restricts airflow through your entire system. Every room suffers, but the rooms already struggling, the ones at the end of the long duct runs, feel it the most. Pull your filter out and look at it right now. If it is gray and thick with dust and debris, replacing it is a $5 fix that may deliver more immediate improvement than anything else on this entire list. Check it before you buy anything else. Your electronics second. Computers, televisions, cable boxes, streaming devices. All of these generate real measurable heat during operation. A home office with a desktop computer running all day is producing significant heat into that room every hour it runs. If the hot room is also full of electronics running for long hours, those devices are actively working against every bit of cooling your system delivers. Turning them off when not in use and switching to LED lighting, which runs dramatically cooler than old incandescent bulbs, makes a genuine and measurable difference. Your west and south-facing windows, third. A room with large windows facing west receives direct afternoon sun during the hottest hours of the day. That sunlight passes straight through the glass and heats the floor, the furniture, the walls. Everything becomes a slow radiator, releasing stored heat back into the air for hours afterward. Good blackout or thermal curtains kept closed from around noon until the sun moves off. That side of the house can make a bigger difference than most people expect. And if you already have curtains on those windows, it costs nothing to start doing this today. One last thing before I go. And this one is for winter, because your ceiling fan can save you real money in the cold months too. And almost nobody uses it this way. In winter, flip that same small switch on the motor housing to reverse the direction. Set the fan to its lowest speed. The fan now turns clockwise when you look up at it. Warm air rises. In winter, the warm air your furnace produces goes straight to the ceiling and sits there doing nobody any good, while the floor level where you actually live stays cooler. A ceiling fan turning slowly clockwise on low speed creates a gentle, barely noticeable updraft that pulls cooler floor air up through the center, pushes the warm ceiling air outward to the walls, and sends it back down into the living space where the people actually are. You are not creating a breeze. You are not creating any wind chill. The speed is too low for that. You are simply redistributing warmth that your furnace already produced and paid for. Warmth that was sitting uselessly at the ceiling, back down to where it actually does some good. Homeowners who do this consistently save up to 15% on their heating bills. The warmth was already there. It was just in the wrong place. So here is my question for you, and I genuinely want to know. Go and look at your ceiling fan right now. Which direction is it spinning? Has it been spinning the wrong way all summer? Or maybe for several summers in a row, without you ever realizing it? Drop your answer in the comments below. I read every single one. And I have a strong feeling that a lot of people watching this are about to discover that their fan has been working against them for longer than they would like to admit. If this video gave you something real, something you can actually do tonight for free, please hit that like button. It means more than you know. And subscribe if you want to keep getting this kind of straightforward, honest, practical information about your home. Thank you so much.